Hey everybody. So I finally got something that I've been waiting for, man, for a long time. Since I started my build. Um, I wish I've had this thing, but I couldn't because I didn't have certain things. And what did I get? That's what I got. 33 quarts. It's a little smaller than I hoped for because the measurements that I saw on Amazon, one guy said, I mean, they had these measurements of 22 something, but then another guy said that it needed 27 inches for the cord, which it doesn't. The cord is over here, only needs like 1 inch of space. So, yeah, I could have gotten something wider, something a little taller. Uh, I might still regret not exchanging this for something bigger, but I really want a refrigerator. So I think I'll just pass on getting something bigger, and I'll just keep this one. I haven't opened it yet. Now I'm hoping I got the right one. I got the 33 quart American made with a uh, I didn't double check the name, the spelling. What is it called? I don't want to say it. The name of the compressor. It's American made. Is it a Downfus? Something like that. I can't remember. All right, so let's open this up. All right, a box within a box. Cool. This summer, I've been buying ice, and it's costing me about $5 a day or more sometimes. Um, yeah, practically every day I have to buy ice. So that's a lot of money every month. And if I had this refrigerator at the beginning of the summer, I would have saved probably enough money thus far to pay for this thing. So now that I have it, this will pay for itself. I mean, we only have a couple more months of summer, but this will pay for itself in about 6 months, probably sooner than that. So let's open this up. It seems to be nicely protected in here. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I could have bought the slightly bigger one. I don't know. I think I have enough in here. How am I going to do this? I think I'm just going to do this. Alright, so inside we have the 12-volt cable, and this looks like the handles. I'm not going to be using these, so forget about those. Wow. Yeah, it just hit me that this is really small. The problem is that I don't have much available room to begin with. That is the problem. That's why I got this size. This exterior room is what's limiting me from getting something bigger. But I'm shocked at the inside. Oh well. Gotta make it work. I'll make it work somehow. Alright, so I'm going to drill for the 12-volt socket. And I think I'm pretty close to the right place. I don't know. Maybe we can go more over here. Alright, here goes nothing. Or something. Okay, so I cut the wire. I needed like 15 feet. Instead of drilling holes in the wood here to go across to the other side, I'm just going to utilize that channel there, the existing channel on the van. And I'm going to run the wire inside here, and I'll probably come out on this one. Then I'll come across, go around this way, go inside this cabinet here, go across the cabinet, come inside this one. You know, things are not as easy as it looks, but it's not going to be very complicated. But then I'm going to go all the way over here in this corner. Then I'm going to go right there in the corner, come behind this shelf, then go down, not my sauce, then go down there, then come over there on that corner, right behind here, and make the contact right there. So let's see how that works. As you can see, I got the heat shrink wrapping all done. I use this particular technique that I haven't seen anybody use anywhere, where I use this size heat shrink that goes over the terminal, but it's just big enough to go over the terminal, but then on the wire itself it's a little loose. So what I do is I slide in beforehand this smaller diameter heat shrink, and once I shrink this one, then I slide this one over and heat shrink this one. and now this one is nice and tight on the wire here, and nice and tight on this one over this piece here. So I developed this technique pretty soon after I started doing this, because I realized that using the heat shrink that just fits over whatever terminal I'm using, it's not quite snug around the wire. So alright, so I want to show you again the technique that I use before I crumple this terminal and I put this on there. I'm going to insert this heat shrink wrap, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm going to bring it all the way back there, out of the way. Okay, then I got this bigger diameter heat shrink that I'm going to insert next. Okay, that size there is big enough to go over this terminal here. Alright, and once I crumple this terminal in place, then I'm going to slide this over. Okay, and I'm going to heat shrink this. Once I heat shrink this, then I slide this one over that one, maybe that much. Okay, about halfway, not even halfway, a little bit over, and then I'll heat shrink that, and then this one will tighten against this one and will tighten against the cable. If I only used this one here, okay, this would be nice and tight against the terminal, but not tight enough against the 10 gauge wire. So this one here is shrunk as much as it can go, and you can see there at the end, look at the end there. See how it doesn't fit nice and tight against the wire? So now I'm going to slide this one over. Okay, trying to do this with one hand. I'm going to slide this one over a little bit like that. I'm going to shrink this one, and now this one will be nice and tight against the 10 gauge wire. Alright, I got the other piece heat shrinked, and you see how much I came over this way. Okay, and now look at the end. Look how nice and tight that is against the wire. Much neater this way than if I had just this one here. Alright, now all I got to do is screw these in here and get a fuse and bring the refrigerator, and I'm ready to go. Alright, let's go plug it in. Alright, it's plugged in. Now I'm going to turn it on, see if it actually works. Nothing. What happened? Oh, there you go. You gotta hold the button down. Now I have to look at the instructions to see how to set this up. You see that these numbers blinking, but it's only on the screen, only with the camera. Looking at it, it's not blinking at all. Alright, now I'm going to select the battery mode, which I got to press this 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then medium, low, high. I'm going to put it on low, and I think that's the correct setting. It says right here, note when the cooler is supplied by the starter battery, select the battery monitor mode high. If the cooler is connected to a supply battery, the battery monitor mode low will suffice. Alright, so it'll stay on low. Now I gotta figure out what's the right temperature for this. Now I'm going to set this to a mode that I can actually understand. Right now it's 18C, so this twice, and now there you go. F is much better. Set. Right now it's 41 degrees, and I want to set it cooler than that. No, 64. I'm going to leave it at 35 degrees. I got to check to see what's the optimal temperature for RV refrigerator. I think in a house refrigerator stays between up to 40 degrees. I think it's ideal. So I got to check that. Okay, so my baby is running, and I think I'm going to set get some stuff, maybe some pieces of poplar. Like I'll put one over here just to hold this in place. I'm going to put one on the inside to leave a space for the electrical cord. You can't really see it right now. And I'll put another piece of poplar here. Then I'll put a piece of poplar over here so it doesn't move this way. I'll put a piece behind it so it doesn't move that way. And then I'll put a piece maybe on the floor. I'll put some aluminum pieces because I have that, so I can cut some aluminum angle and put that on the floor. But over here I can put some poplar. I think that's gonna work. All right, it's time. Look how easy that is. This thing has reached temperature in just about 30 minutes. 35 degrees. Clean this off. Get all the water out of here. Let's see how much room I really have. I see it very small, unfortunately. The fridge has been working wonderfully. I had it set for 34 degrees and stuff was frozen in there. I guess the thermostat is halfway up, so that's what it sets the temperature for. So anything below that or above, actually I had things above that were frozen or beginning to freeze, so I turned it up to 36. I don't understand those settings. When I first started this thing up, I saw the number 34. Now press the set button, it goes up 2 numbers, and you see, this is the thing that I was talking about when I first got it. You see that? When I first got this was already peeling off. That's not really nice. I mean, I guess I could get some glue and glue that down, but it shouldn't be doing that. But so when I first started this up, I had the number, I could go to 34 degrees and then go to 36, So I don't understand. Oh, there's 34. No, 35. I could go to 35, but now I can't go to 35. So I don't know. But it's working great. I guess it's a matter of trial and error to see how it's going to work with the settings and all. So I have, I don't know if you can see it here, I got a piece of poplar. It's 3/4 this way and it's 1.5 inches this way, but these 3/4 are giving me enough space for the cord back there. Okay, that's all I need. And then I have that piece of angle aluminum here. I have another piece on this side, a little bigger, and then I have a piece over there about 12 inches long, and that's keeping this in place pretty well. And of course the cord just goes this way and plugs back there. So so far it's working great.